big thunderstorm yesterday, and it absolutely got rid of pretty much now on all the snow. The plot is looking a bit worse away. However, the Polytunnel is some good news on that. It's sort of sprung back to life. As soon as all the snow got off and it warmed up a bit with the sun yesterday, all the PVC sort of came back to its own shape and come back to life. But we'll have a little look around now. This video is also going to be a video to show you everything we sort of salvaged over the winter ready for the plot this year. Okay, so we're going to go do that now. Down here we've got, that was a bit of a brassica bed, and really all's left in here now is a bit of curly kale, which is starting to seed as well, so that's no good. Here we have the garlic and things. Again, this got absolutely hammered with the snow, but it'll bounce back. Some old leeks which need to come out of the ground now. A couple of strawberry beds here, and there's another one up there. This one here is going to be a nice deep carrot bed when we finish it, and this is normally our salad bed which we'll use there. Another strawberry bed, a raspberry bed here. We'll have more climbing beans along that sort of thing there. And these two are going to be onion beds this year. There are onions in them, but probably won't come too long. But as you can see, the ground's absolutely sodden. If I step on it, you can just see just how wet it is. The footprints and everything, so everything's just sticky. You can't do nothing with it, you can't dig it. As you can see, the Polytunnel's pretty much back in shape. I was well surprised. I had propped it up. It's a little bit loose at the moment, so you can see it flapping about the wind there, but that'll be tightened up when we put new strengthener bars inside. We can go in now and have a little look. As you can see, some of the strengthening bars broke. There's one there, there's another one here that's popped off, and this is why it collapsed, because they're only 2x1, so we'll get some new ones in there now which will tighten it all up. We've got a bit of PVC pipe here so we can build little sort of polytunnels over our 8x4 beds. Okay guys, in here we've stored off all the strawberries that we're going to use elsewhere, and all along there for the winter. A couple of blueberry bushes in the corner there. Going to start going on to some stuff. You can Wurzel down there, but again we need to do a bit of work on Wurzel at the moment before he goes back out for next year. Down here we've got 20 scaffolding poles. They're 9 foot long, and that's going to be the basis of our new polytunnel. And we've got some 2x4 timbers that we've sort of salvaged here. Okay, a couple of water barrels. We're going to actually link them with that pipe there, and we'll start collecting it off the shed for that. Again, you know about the 200 bags of tomato bags, so we're going to use that, and a couple of these windows here which we're going to use in one of the new sheds. There's those sheds I was talking about. It shows you just how deep the snow was here, because now you can see them. All this is rubbish, it's got to go down the tip. Okay, we're going to go over onto the chicken plot now and have a look at everything else that we've sort of salvaged. I'm trying to keep the camera as still as possible, guys. I know it's a bit loud up here with the rain, the sort of wind and things, but hopefully you can still hear me okay. If not, I'll have to refilm it. Here we've got nearly 200 slabs that we've salvaged, and we've got another 85 to collect. So we've done okay on slabs for the new plots this year. We salvaged a couple of arcs which the chickens are enjoying. There's one here, and there's another one at the side of the shed there. Okay, some glass, a couple more windows. There's about 20 scaffolding boards which we've also salvaged. Some pallets, some bread bins, And these little baskets that we've managed to get hold of, we're going to use them, put our seedlings in. We're going to use Jiffy 7s for a lot of our stuff and what have you, so we'll use these to store them in. We've got a lot of decking and timber that we can use there, and there's also about 20 Euro pallets that we've collected. So all in all, not a bad haul this year. Okay, we're going to let out the chickens and the ducks out of all the pens. I don't know what sort of state they'll be in when they get out of here, because we had a big storm last night that got rid of all the snow. Just let them come out. There they go. See if we had any eggs this morning, because oh yes, we got one of our ducks just started laying, and there's yet another egg there. It's a bit dark in there, but I'll come and get that later on. So that's good. That duck is laying now every day for the last 3 days, and they've just come up to point to lay anyway, so that's all good. Okay, next is the smaller chickens. So we're going to go in here, just shut this behind me, and we'll push this across. And we'll let them out. So they've had a drink now. And we're going to go let out the main chickens out of the main coop. They're in there because they're chicks. They're only about 15 weeks old at the moment, 14, 15 weeks old. But they're doing quite well. I can hear the cockerel in here wanting to get out, so I better not keep him in any longer. I'll open the door and we'll see what happens. I think a few of these birds need their wings clipped because they're flying about. So there you go. We're all open now. All the chickens, all the ducks are out, all running around. I need to clean their water out, but I'll do that after the video. They've got a lot of space here, guys. Not only, I know I'm using this as a hoarding thing at the moment for all the stuff I'm using for the allotment, but it's the only safe place I've got to store it. But they've got a really large plot. We can walk all the way around down here. Just how big this plot is. Here's where all that stuff is stored behind that container. There's a large 8x12 shed, but you can see just how big this plot is. And then it goes all the way back up there. 2 large pens here. So we really are spoiled for space, really. You know, we've been talking to people who have had issues getting pots and stuff, and we had the same issue. And then all of a sudden, we moved to this area, and no one seemed to want the plots. All of that down there was all derelict. You can see from that shed all the way down there, all the way up was all derelict. And where I'm standing, these 2 plots, that one down there, and this plot. So a couple of us decided to do something about it. Right, in here, probably no eggs this morning. Oh yeah, there is one. There's one egg there at the moment, which is buried way down in there, but we'll take that with us. Chicken feeder is covered in straw, so we need to get all that out for him. There we go. So that's it, guys. That's the plot as it stands. I know it's a long video and I'm sorry for that. We will try to edit anything out of it that we don't need.